What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into something. The next one on our Casey Kilmore journey. Definitely get over and show her all the love in the world. The weirdest things about the Netherlands. We know that there are some weird things, but it might just be weird because it's a little bit different to me. Let's jump in. Let's check it out. Let's see what Casey thought was weird. She says she's been missing the Netherlands, and I believe it 100%. Let's go.
Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do something just a little bit different. I want to talk about 10 things that I found really strange about the Netherlands. And these are things that probably aren't on those really standard lists, but things that I personally found really strange as an Australian. And we are currently stuck in Australia at the moment, and I feel like these last couple of weeks I've really been missing the Netherlands. I miss my family, our family over there, and I miss our friends over there. And you guys have looked like you've had an amazing summer, so I'm a little bit jealous. But yeah, it was nice to think back on all these things that I thought were really strange when I first moved to the Netherlands, but now they've like become a part of why I love the country so much. So without anything more, we'll jump straight into the video.
Hey, at a certain point, no matter where you go, you're gonna find something weird. But the longer you stay there, the more normal the weird becomes.
So the first major difference and things that I found the weirdest was obviously surrounded by Christmas. In Australia, it's really hot. You do everything outside, lots of barbecues, lots of sunburn, lots of cold salads, lots of pavlova. And I feel like my very first Christmas in the Netherlands was such a shock for me. So my very first thing is that Sinterklaas and Santa Claus are not the same thing.
They're not the same thing. The latter is just kind of somewhat loosely, very damn loosely based on Santa Claus.
Absolutely not. Sinterklaas is a real person who comes from Spain. So he lives in Spain during the year, and then in December when it's really cold, he comes to the Netherlands and he hangs out in the Netherlands for like 3 weeks. This is not like a one-night thing like Santa. So he comes from Spain on a boat and he arrives in the Netherlands and he picks a different place every single year and they put it on TV. That's weird in itself, but it gets weirder. He rides a flying horse called Amagio. He comes 3 weeks before, and then on the 5th of December, he leaves, and he leaves presents in your shoes. So there are a lot of differences between Sinterklaas and Santa. Another few things around Christmas. My number 2 thing is Gourmeta. This might not be weird to Dutch people, but it is really strange. The first time I started hearing about Gourmeta, I couldn't work out what we were talking about. I know that the Dutch have a tendency to pronounce every letter that's in the word. There are no silent letters. And then when they adopt French words like buffet, they will say buffet. So when I heard people saying Gourmeta, I thought they just meant like the food would be gourmet, like gourmet food for Christmas.
Yeah, that's
Gourmeta is when you have a hot plate in the middle of the table and everyone has ingredients. There's all like pre-cut ingredients around the side. I'll insert some photos.
Listen. Highly combustible does not like anything with a hot plate in the middle of a table. All right? Hear me out before you get all pissy. When I'm hungry, I want to eat. I don't want to sit there and have to sit around and talk and slowly cook all of this food on the same hot plate. I don't ever go to a restaurant where you got to cook your own damn meals. It shouldn't happen like that. Sorry about that, guys. We are back. Let's go. I had that pause for a second when Dad came out to do some stuff.
When you cook your own food together, and sometimes there's little meats and vegetables and dipping sauces. It's a fun experience, but it's weird. It's really strange. And
as I was saying, I don't like to go to any kind of restaurants where I gotta cook my own damn food. If I'm going to a restaurant and paying money for food, I want cooked food, because that means that I'm hungry as hell and I need to eat something. Not I need to sit down and cook my own food, which I could do at my damn house. I'm not about to sit there and have a conversation while we cooking food either. We're not about to sit around for 3-4 hours. That's one of the things I hated about Thai barbecue places. You go there, everyone sits around. Dinner, which is normally for me, I'm a fast eater. I was in the Marine Corps. We learn how to eat fast. We learn how to use our time wisely. We scarf shit down. So I'm normally the last person to the table and the first person done. That's the way that it works. I don't want to go to a barbecue where I got to sit around and talk for 3 hours. Dinner should never be even an hour-long affair. That's too damn long.
Some of the first photos of Gourmeta that I saw on the internet, I just thought, what are these people doing? What are they doing? And a hot plate in the middle of a table with small children. This doesn't make sense. Why would we do that? The last thing...
No.
Well, the third thing that I find weird, but the last thing related to Christmas is surprise. So in the Dutch culture, when you are giving a gift during Christmas, you put it inside another box. It's like a way of gift wrapping it. So you put the gift wrapped present in another present, and then the present is opened. The surprise is either meant to be funny, it's meant to like have something to do with the person, or it's meant to have something to do with the present that's inside. So for example, you might have someone who really likes to bake, and you would make a cake, like you would literally make like a cake out of cardboard or milk cartons or whatever, and then you would put the present inside the cake. So it's a cookbook, a baking cookbook, and then you would put the present.
Why we gotta make things more complicated?
It's like a pinata. It's like a pinata, a themed pinata for presents.
Only you don't take a baseball bat to it.
The Dutch do it. We did it for Christmas. We do it for Christmas, and yeah, it's stressful. I never know what I'm making, but it's also really fun. So that is the last Christmas related thing. But my third...
Dutchies, y'all realize that that's why we have shit called wrapping paper, right? You know that? Wrapping paper is something to wrap a gift with, and you just throw the wrapped gift under a tree. What's the point in putting a wrapped gift inside of another box? The only time we do that is when we want to prank somebody. Put a box in a box in a box in a box.
Weird thing about the Netherlands that I kind of secretly miss. So my fourth thing is everyone's obsession with André Hazes.
Hey, I like André Hazes.
He is a Dutch singer who was born in the 50s and basically pumped out hundreds of songs between the 70s and the early 2000s. Everyone in the Netherlands knows who he is.
Yeah, they do.
And everyone in the Netherlands also knows who his son is, because he now also makes music.
We know him.
If you put one of his songs on, everyone knows the words, everyone sings it as loud as they can. They might even start waving their arms around while they're in the room. It's weird. It's weird that everyone still likes it. It doesn't matter what age you are, everyone knows André Hazes. There is a statue of him in the Straat, which I also find weird, but we used to live around the corner from there. Every time we walk past the statue, there are fresh flowers on the statue. André Hazes is now dead, but people are like giving him flowers at this statue. It's just a little bit weird. It's weird that
strange.
His songs are like super outdated, but that everyone knows them, and they are guaranteed to be put on at the very late hours of a party if everyone's had way too much to drink. Everyone knows the words. It's weird. The next thing that I find really strange about the Netherlands is using diseases and sicknesses to swear at people.
Yes. We would never do something like that, even in America. I'm not about to be like, call you a cancerous, cantankerous, sore, or something like that. That's weird. That's weird as hell.
This is really strange and kind of really offensive if you like transliterate it, because you're literally telling someone to like get sick and die, which is kind of intense as a way of swearing at someone. I think in English intense. We obviously have a tendency to use like body fluids, but using sicknesses and wishing those sicknesses on people, it's actually really harsh. But yeah, that is what they do in the Netherlands. I find it really weird and kind of mean. The next thing I find really strange about the Netherlands is Battlefuck. Battlefuck is builder's vacation, and Battlefuckers are the people that take Battlefuck. The idea behind Battlefuck is kind of foreign to me. They get 4 weeks off, and it's like split out between like North,
Is there like a Battlefucker school, or how does that work?
Middle, and South, the different regions, and you get 4 weeks. And it used to be compulsory, and they've changed it now that you like kind of have a conversation with your suppliers and your workers and who's taking vacation when. But it doesn't make sense. Why would there not be then Gourmeta? Why would you have pre-organized when all the builders in the country are going to take holidays? And then you've got a whole region of companies that are closed. It actually doesn't make sense. Why you wouldn't just say like, oh, zomer vakantie. You can just take your holidays anywhere in summer, and then not everyone's taking holidays at the same, or a big group of people. I don't really get it. I know there's a lot of people that are Dutch that watch this channel, so like if someone can give me a better explanation, please let me know in the comments
I'm
below.
gonna read her comments.
Battlefuck.
Put it in my comments.
It's weird. Another
Who's a
thing that they do in
Battlefucker
the
out there?
Netherlands, and this has been mentioned in a lot of these like weird things about the Netherlands, is that people kiss 3 times, and I literally always forget. I cannot do it. I am someone who will like give a kiss on the cheek when I'm giving someone a hug anyway. So like I definitely go in to do it. That's something that you would do here in Australia. But then to do like the 3 times, I noticed that it's not like massive among younger generations, but if I'm visiting family and aunties and uncles and my partner's grandparents, that generation are still really big on the 3 kisses. I forget which side you go to first. I think it's like this side, 1, 2, 3. It can lead to awkward moments. And then some people go to do it, and then some people don't do it.
And some people might look at you a little weird,
3 times
like
on the cheek seems a little excessive to me, but that's what they do in the Netherlands. So another weird thing. One thing I first learned when I was working,
when I get up there, dudes, men, don't be kissing me on my cheek. I don't need no whisker burn now. If you got a smooth shaven face, maybe.
In a restaurant when I first moved to the Netherlands, and I didn't really speak that much Dutch. When you give something to someone, you say please. Or if someone says thank you to you, you say please. So someone would say dankjewel, and then you would say alsjeblieft, which is kind of like saying, oh, don't worry about it, but you're not saying don't worry about it. You're saying please. And I find the combination of words really, really strange. You can't say please when someone says thank you. It's like they're swapped around.
Yeah, it's like it's
strange. I've gotten
backwards.
used to
What
it.
is
It's almost
happening?
like a habit now. When someone says dankjewel, you just say alsjeblieft. But at first I found it very, very strange. The next thing that I find really weird and definitely miss is applesauce on potatoes. This is a really...
That's sacrilegious. Who the hell puts applesauce on their potatoes? A potato is delicious. It doesn't need help from some apple.
really strange combination. Not something I had ever tried before.
Just because they're called like yard apples doesn't mean that you can mix them with other apples.
But appelmoes in the Netherlands, as it's known, they put it on a lot of stuff. Or maybe it's just my family, but it's weird at first. But putting it on patat, or like potatoes that you have with dinner.
No.
Maybe it's an acquired taste, but it's delicious, and I kind of feel like I miss it. I feel like the applesauce that we have here in Australia isn't the same as the applesauce that they have in the Netherlands, but it's a weird combination and something that every Dutch person
it's like peanut butter and pickle sandwiches.
And the last thing that I find really, really weird about the Netherlands is that their stairs are literally like ladders inside an apartment or inside a building.
You gotta have some strength.
It makes sense because it's space saving, like I totally get it, but it literally feels like you're climbing up a ladder. We lived on the 4th floor of an old building in the middle of Amsterdam. So the stairs to get up to our apartment, when my mother came over to visit, she literally was having anxiety having to walk down the stairs, because walking downstairs that are that steep is way more terrifying than walking upstairs like that.
Jesus.
And the stairs are just crazy steep. They're also very narrow, and then the actual steps themselves, you couldn't fit your whole foot on the platform. You would get just the ball of your foot.
You will see me walking like I've got something wrong with my legs. I'm gonna put my feet sideways. My feet might fit anyway, because I'm kind of short. I'm like a gnome.
Step. So you kind of tiptoeing up the stairs, and then you're really narrow at the same time. So they're a death trap, really.
Yeah, you gotta
But
have some strong
that's just
ass
how all stairs are.
calf
And like, I
muscles
understand
and
the logic
upper
behind
body.
it, because like, why would you waste space in a house on a stairwell when you could just like make it really steep and then you'd have all this space to use? Like, I get it, but it's scary and it takes a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, I feel like this was probably like a really random list. Maybe some of these things you haven't heard before. If you are Dutch, please let me know in the comments below. What are some of the weird things that you've heard foreigners think about the Netherlands? Or if you are a foreigner or expat, what are some of the things that you have found really strange about the Netherlands? I really, really miss the Netherlands at the moment, and I was just thinking about all of these things that make the Netherlands and make the Dutch people Dutch, and it just was nice to kind of think back on all the things that I thought were really weird at first, but now I secretly miss. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please give it a thumbs up if you found some of these things were also really weird when you first got to the Netherlands, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hey, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Casey Kilmore with weird things about the Netherlands. Damn it if she's not right. I don't understand. Y'all Dutchies are huge. You got like little giants over there, and yeah, you got some big old feet. How you gonna walk down some small ass steep stairs? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There's a lot of things on here that sound kind of weird, although like I said, the longer that you're in a place, you're gonna end up like Casey, missing those weird things, because that becomes your normal the longer that you're there. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you get over and show her all the love in the world. Get over there, sub up, get over there, check out some of her other content. We love it 100%. I'm already subbed up. I've already hit the like button. Hit the like button here if you liked it, the dislike button, but something wrong with you. Check out the other video that's up on the screen. Tell the next one how the combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. Love you to the moon and back. Peace.